the Public Religion Research Institute did this great poll where they went to the topic of how we raise our children. And the poll said, is it more important for a child to be obedient or self-reliant? By 14 points, evangelicals prioritize obedience over self-reliance. So I guess my question is, put all the issues aside, on the basic question, like how we raise our kids, are there two different sort of streams of American life here?
When you're trying to learn to ice skate, you know, it takes a certain discipline over and over again before you develop the freedom where you can be creative. In our faith, if you're not going to obey your parents, you're probably not going to obey God. So that's a big deal for us because God's the main deal in our life. So we want kids that will be obedient.
Pastor Mike, if you had to choose, creativity, obedience.
Well, it depends. In March of 1999, I was beat up by 2 white police officers because they felt like I was not being obedient enough to them. Now, I felt like I was being obedient, but the way in which they saw the world and me in their world created a certain kind of fear and reaction to my actions that caused me harm. Now, I live with that experience, as many, folks of color live with that experience. So when you talk about creative or obedient, I have a wonderful 4-year-old daughter who is, I think, super creative, bold, and audacious, and she gets it from her mom, right? But I worry about her, right? Because when she goes to school, that creativity, that audacity may be considered a disruption or a threat to the learning environment because she's not obedient enough. And I harken back to all these conversations with my dad about, son, you better act this way around certain kind of people versus another way that I will act around people that I know love me and care about me and mean me no harm. So I just think, again, part of what I believe is important for all of us as a nation and as a country, whether we are in our spaces of worship or just in the public square, is how do we all wrestle with these, competing narratives, the competing poles that love to tell a certain kind of story, but never really provide a pathway out. And I believe this is the gift and the opportunity of faith.